We loved with a love that was more than love. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. The boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends, and where the other begins? Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. Beauty of whatever kind, in its supreme development, invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. Stupidity is a talent for misconception. I became insane, with long intervals of horrible sanity. They who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. I would define, in brief, the poetry of words as the rhythmical creation of beauty. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, science has not yet taught us if madness is or is not the sublimity of the intelligence. Lord, help my poor soul. I have great faith in fools, self-confidence my friends call it. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. That man is not truly brave who is afraid either to seem or to be, when it suits him, a coward. All religion, my friend, is simply evolved out of fraud, fear, greed, imagination, and poetry. I am above the weakness of seeking to establish a sequence of cause and effect, between the disaster and the atrocity. To vilify a great man is the readiest way in which a little man can himself attain greatness. That pleasure which is at once the most pure, the most elevating and the most intense, is derived, I maintain, from the contemplation of the beautiful. I have no faith in human perfectibility. I think that human exertion will have no appreciable effect upon humanity. Man is now only more active, not more happy, nor more wise, than he was 6,000 years ago. Were I called on to define, very briefly, the term art, I should call it, the reproduction of what the senses perceive in nature through the veil of the soul. The mere imitation, however accurate, of what is in nature, entitles no man to the sacred name of artist. The death of a beautiful woman is unquestionably the most poetical topic in the world. The nose of a mob is its imagination. By this, at any time, it can be quietly led. The 99 are with dreams, content but the hope of the world made new, is the 100th man who is grimly bent on making those dreams come true. There is something in the unselfish and self-sacrificing love of a brute, which goes directly to the heart of him who has had frequent occasion to test the paltry friendship and gossamer fidelity of mere man. The true genius shudders at incompleteness, and usually prefers silence to saying something which is not everything it should be. With me poetry has not been a purpose, but a passion. Experience has shown, and a true philosophy will always show, that a vast, perhaps the larger portion of the truth arises from the seemingly irrelevant. Of puns it has been said that those who most dislike them are those who are least able to utter them. It is by no means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence, as a dream. In criticism I will be bold, and as sternly, absolutely just with friend and foe. From this purpose nothing shall turn me. It is the nature of truth in general, as of some ores in particular, to be richest when most superficial. Man's real life is happy, chiefly because he is ever expecting that it soon will be so. I have, indeed, no abhorrence of danger, except in its absolute effect, in terror. It will be found, in fact, that the ingenious are always fanciful, and the truly imaginative never otherwise than analytic. There are few cases in which mere popularity should be considered a proper test of merit, but the case of songwriting is, I think, one of the few. A strong argument for the religion of Christ is this, that offenses against charity are about the only ones which men on their deathbeds can be made, not to understand, but to feel, as crime. I need scarcely observe that a poem deserves its title only inasmuch as it excites, by elevating the soul. The value of the poem is in the ratio of this elevating excitement. The generous critic fanned the poet's fire, and taught the world with reason to admire. In one case out of 100 a point is excessively discussed because it is obscure, in the 99 remaining it is obscure because it is excessively discussed. The rudiment of verse may, possibly, be found in the spondee.